but got some news I wanted to deliver to you. Lots going on here with Social Security. Extra $2,400 Social Security checks update. I wanted to give that to you guys. Social Security COLA increase for 2024. And I also wanted to talk about the monthly checks changes that we're going to be expecting going forward. A lot of people receiving letters in the mail, and I've get more and more of these messages from you guys. It's getting real. It's getting real interesting here. A lot of letters from the Social Security Administration going out to folks on SSI, SSDI, and yeah, we're going to dig into that. Comment down below if you've received a check, or not a check from Social Security, but a letter from Social Security from the SSA department recently. And I know some people are, have reported scams. Matter of fact, I should have done a sound check. Comment down below. Do me a quick favor. Let me know if you guys can even hear me. I might be just talking to myself here. Wouldn't that be fun? Not really. So hopefully you guys can hear me. Peaches, what are you doing up this late? Dallas Haskin Gaming. Hello. Timothy Crutcher. Yes. Anita, Annabelle. Sorry, I can't get your last name. Sylvester Mull, Kathy Bond, Betty Carroll. Thank you. Okay. Drop me some likes, guys. Show me some love. Super early in the morning or super late at night. Not really sure which one it is. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this. So basically, we're looking at Social Security, the COLA increase, right? So obviously with the high price of goods and stuff, you've got increases in inflation rates. Social Security recipients are seeing yet another boost in their checks starting in January. And this is the latest. These are the latest inflation numbers that we got in August, and they're indicating that the cost of living adjustment, this is the COLA for Social Security, as of today is looking like it's going to be closer to 3.2%. Now, you guys let me know if 3.2% is an adequate figure for the projected Social Security COLA increases. I got a feeling it's probably not going to cut it, but drop me some comments down below. Let me know if you guys think that 3.2% is fair. Is it not fair? Happy birthday, Peaches. And just let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know. Ontario, Gloria. Hold on, let me go back. Gloria. Where are you, Gloria? So Gloria Trevino. Good evening here in Ontario Ranch, California. It's 11:09 where you're at. That's what's up. I love California. In fact, we were looking at some properties earlier today in California. What do you guys think about this mug? It's like a tumbler. I ordered it from Etsy. One of you guys has an Etsy page, and it's like one of your side hustles, and it comes with this cool metal straw. I don't know if you guys can see that metal straw. It's my first time using a metal straw. 61 years old, Peaches. That's what's up. It's first time using a metal straw. Never have to worry about throwing anything away. And it's a customized tumbler made by one of you guys who has an Etsy store. We were talking about side hustles the other day, and one of you sent me the link to your store, and here we go. So I got mine. I'll probably drop a link for this in the description of this video so you guys can check it out if you want to. But I think that these are pretty freaking cool. And this is a really quality, like shiny acrylic aluminum tumbler. Anyway, great for coffee. I'm drinking water though, because I'm about to go to bed in a minute, but I wanted to hang out with you guys before I did that. Glenn Harris, 3.2% is nowhere near being enough from Seattle, Washington for Social Security's COLA increase. I don't blame you. Ron, what's good? From Wayne. Wayne says, Ron, what good is $55 when they are talking $450 a month saying they overpaid me? So Wayne, are you saying that you received a Social Security letter saying that they overpaid you and they're now taking $450 a month? Am I understanding that correctly? Yeah. Please confirm that for me, Wayne. I'm just really curious. Your information is very informative. I really appreciate that. Miss Danae Pettis. So anyway, there's been a yearly CPI increase, and there has been one since 2022. The Social Security Administration will raise payments by the COLA. They have a definitive answer. Will have a definitive answer of the exact amount of the 2024 Social Security COLA on October 12th. So mark your calendars, folks. October 12th. There's a lot going on in October. I don't know if you guys saw my recent video about, why everyone was searching what's going on in October, October 4th, October 1st. Well, add October 12th to the list of things to keep an eye out for on your calendars. Anita Adams. Hey, Ron, sending my love. Hell no, it's not enough for, it's not enough. Not even close. Good night, guys. I don't blame you. So basically, Social Security COLA increase 2024 retiree category, average monthly increase $58. Average 2024 check amount is expected to be $1,885. Now, this is the average. I don't know how much you're getting in Social Security. I don't know if you're getting SSI, SSDI. I don't know if you're a full retirement Social Security recipient, or maybe you retired earlier than full retirement age and maybe you're getting a little bit less. But I think the Social Security check payout amounts are tied to your lifetime earnings as well. So obviously how much you earned in your lifetime is going to play a factor. But anyway, they're saying that the average is $1,885 a month for a retiree's Social Security check. Is the average good enough? $1,885 or just shy of $1,900 a month? Let me know what you guys think about that. And then you got workers with disabilities. They're going to see an average monthly increase of about $47 a month. And they are expecting to see an average 2024 check amount of $1,530. Yeah. Now, if you're a senior couple with both receiving benefits, they're looking at a $95 average monthly increase with a $3,067 average monthly check in 2024. Wow. Okay. Now here's another one. Widower with 2 children, they're expecting to see an average monthly increase of $113, but they're going to see an average 2024 Social Security check amount of $3,633. Wow, that's almost $4,000 a month. Drop me some comments down below, guys. What do you guys think about these numbers here? Also, we got 301 people in here, but I don't have anywhere near that number of likes. If you guys are enjoying the content, help spread this message out and get this information out to people who need to hear about it. Drop me a quick like for the video. I really appreciate it. And of course, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. I like to share helpful information to the community as often and as quickly as I can. Here's the thing. A lot of people are asking, well, when are we going to actually see these increases in the Social Security check, right? So starting January 2024, you're going to notice the COLA increase on your monthly checks. So the checks are dispersed on scheduled Wednesdays each month. So when you get the increase, it depends on your birth date and when you start receiving these Social Security benefits. So if your birth date falls between the 1st and the 10th of the month, then your payment's going to be sent. It's going to be sent out on the second Wednesday of January 2024. If your birthday falls between the 11th and the 20th of the month, then your payment will be sent out on the third Wednesday of January 2024. And of course, if your birthday falls between the 21st and the 31st of the month, then your payment will be sent on the fourth Wednesday of 2024. Payments for SSI recipients generally arrive on the first of each month, unless it's a holiday or a weekend. And if you receive Social Security benefits before May of 1997, your payment should arrive on January 3rd, 2024. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people are complaining about these Social Security letters, this mail that they're sending people, and there's a lot of people not overly happy about it. And it's Social Security, as far as I know, it's the SSA administration talking about these overpayments that have been taking place, particularly in Washington. And a lot of people are just trying to hurry up and pay this money back. But a lot of people are also not able to do it. And I don't blame them. So earlier in the week, I told you guys about a couple of different S. Roy, you were my second like. I really appreciate that. Um, I was talking to you guys earlier this week about a couple of people who messaged me about their circumstances and how one lady, she got a letter in the mail saying she owed like $121,000, which is just ridiculous. Like, what would you do if tomorrow you went to the mail? God forbid, right? Someone said, Ron, are you dipping? No, I don't chew or smoke tobacco. This swelling is a result of a surgery I had back in April. Believe it or not, for some reason, I'm still swollen. But no, I don't have dip in my mouth. It is just a beautiful bulge that I sport now until the swelling hopefully one day goes down. Anyway, in case you were wondering, yeah, it's due to a surgery. I don't chew or smoke tobacco. Thank you. Anyway, so last week we discussed about the Social Security Administration sending these checks or these letters out. And evidently, there's like $21 billion that Social Security has overpaid to people. And now Social Security is trying to get their money back. A lot of people say it's not fair. A lot of people have actually called Social Security to let them know, hey, y'all screwing up. You are sending me too much money. And some of these people, unfortunately, through no fault of their own, have already reported this, and they're still receiving overpayments on their Social Security checks. So what do you do with this money? Well, me personally, and I'm just speaking about me. I'm not saying what you should do. I'm saying if I were receiving Social Security and I'm getting some extra money, like overpayments, I'm personally not going to just spend that money. I'm probably going to invest that money some way. Now, by investing that money doesn't necessarily mean you stick it in the stock market, investing in IRAs or mutual funds or anything like that. Maybe investing in REITs. Investing that money could be paying off debt. That is a form of an investment because you're investing in your future, and by eliminating any type of future interest payments that would likely be made, that would in turn help me out. And because the Social Security Administration always wants to be all up in your business, asking all sorts of questions. How much money do you have? How much money do you make? Are there any other income earners in the house? What's your total household income? What's your total net worth? What investments do you have? Do you have a 401k? Do you have rental properties, investment real estate? Do you have annuities paying you? Are you receiving alimony? They want to know all about your income. So if I were receiving some extra money from Social Security Administration, I would probably pay down debt because that technically wouldn't even fall into a category of increasing my bank accounts, so to speak. Because I always want to know what's in your bank accounts, what's in your investment accounts. Do you have a brokerage account? What's in your brokerage account? You know, things like that, right? Do you have a 401k? I had a lady that sent a message the other day. She was saying she got one of these letters. And the reason why she ended up getting one of these letters is because her mom, unfortunately, she passed away. And when she did, she left her as a beneficiary to this life insurance policy. And the life insurance policy, it had a cash value, and there was also a payout value. But anyway, the cash value is what they were basically freaking out about. So the life insurance policy's cash value is while the Social Security, apparently, according to her, I'm just kind of paraphrasing, but apparently this cash value put her over. Social Security Administration was allegedly overpaying her for so many years because they're saying they were like adding this cash value to her net worth, and she had too much money. I don't know. I don't know anybody lately who's been complaining about having too much money, but apparently the Social Security Administration thinks that some people have too much money. And now they want some of that money back. I don't think it's fair. So anyway, now the government wants their money back, and families across the country are now saying that they can't come up with the cash. Well, I don't blame them. Some people are just using this overpayment to pay for groceries, making car payments, mortgage payments, rent payments, insurance payments. So yeah. Anyway, so apparently Lori Lori Cochran received this alarming letter from the Social Security Administration notifying her that she owed $27,000. Of course, she freaked out. When I was reading it for the first time, I was having heart palpitations because I was like, oh my gosh, $27,000. They're going to expect me to pay that back? Wow. So another lady, Miranda Thorpe, she indicated her daughter's 26 years old. She was born with a genetic condition that's very rare, that causes her to have a developmental delay, as well as epilepsy. So Miranda said, "Oh, you guys are trying to get one of these mugs. I'm sorry. Give me a second. Let me see if I can quickly put a link in the description of the video real quick, because some of you guys just want to go check it out. All right, Control A. Can I just copy this? I hope I can. Select. Okay, cool. So if I copy that, just for some of you guys who are a little bit impatient, let me just make sure there's a good link. Who want to see where I got this mug from? This is it right here. Let me go ahead and add this to the comment section. And can you guys see my message when I just posted that? Oh, you can? All right, cool. So I'm going to also add it to the description. Let me just type it in right quick. I'm going to just put like Starbucks tumbler. Starbucks tumbler. Boom. There you go, guys. So, sorry. So anyway, where was I? So Miranda Thorpe, 26 years old, or her daughter's 26, got hit with one of these letters too. Now, Miranda said that when her daughter went over the federal savings limit of $2,000 for more than a few months in 2020, she got one of these letters. Can you imagine? There's a limit to savings. They want to cap you on how much you can save. Like, I feel like they want us to be trapped, stuck on this wheel of ever depending on the system for different things, necessities, food and water, a regular check. I think it's kind of madness. I think it's madness. Let me jump in the comments. Let me see what you guys are saying. You do a lot of good for many people. Got love for you, brother. X-Con, I really appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much. I do what I can. And I'm going to keep doing as much as I can. I appreciate you guys. You guys show me love. I'm going to show it right back to you guys. Did AI send out the payments? Sarah Kelly says. Let's see. Bjorn the Bear says, my grocery costs have nearly doubled since COVID. Not cool. And I think a lot of people have noticed that as well. Our grocery bills have nearly doubled. I don't think that they have 100% doubled, but they've definitely gone up a lot. XCon says, I watch you daily, brother. 100. Appreciate that. I appreciate that. Let's see. What did I So Moran, let me see. Moraine, M-A-R, I can't even pronounce it. So if you overpaid, tell them. See, this is the problem. A lot of people have actually reported, hey, you guys are overpaying us. They're contacting. You ever try to call the Social Security Administration? Like, seriously, have you ever tried to call the SSA? Is it easy to get through? Because I'm hearing from a lot of people that it's not easy to get through to the Social Security Administration. So it's like, I think a lot of people would like to call. I think a lot of people would like to just contact the Social Security Administration and be like, hey, you guys have overpaid me. And I think a lot of people are trying to do that. But the problem is just actually getting through to someone is very difficult to do. So, yeah. But drop me some comments down below. Let me know if you if you have a way of getting in contact with the Social Security Administration like quickly and easily. Just drop a comment in there. Like, do you have like a secret phone number where you can get through without a wait? Ona's mom says, loving your channel, always sharing with my family. I really appreciate the love. Thank you for all of the hearts. Seriously. I'm not just saying this. Like, I mean that. Um, all right. Let's see. Um, Heather, Heather Bernal says, have you guys heard about the year 2025? They want to change a lot in the US. It's crazy. Been watching you for a long time. Thank you for always sharing what you know. Love 100. I appreciate that. Can you drop a little bit more information? Because you got me curious now. What have you been hearing about what's going on in 2025? We got almost 400 people in here. Can y'all drop some likes for the video? Just try to get the support, get the word out. And if you're new to the channel and you like content like this, do your boy a favor, consider subscribing to the channel. Heather Bernal says yes. Fire. S. Roy, you put the link to Etsy. Are you going to put the name of the product or the mug so we can find it? Okay. So let me okay, hold on one second. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just gonna copy it. So the name of the mug is, it's the Bad Bunny design on a 20-ounce Skinny Tumbler. So I'm sorry. I was just trying to share this cool thing I got. I didn't know that there was going to be so much interest in it. So let me just put this in the chat. So this is the one I have. So it's the Bad Bunny. I'm just reading it. Bad Bunny design on a 20-ounce Skinny Tumbler. And shout out for the entrepreneurial pursuit, setting up a Etsy store. We do these videos every now and then talking about how to make money from home, how to start a side hustle, how to start a small home-based business, especially in 2023 with inflation as high as it is. And I just think it's cool to see different people out here just making it happen and getting things started. Let me also add it to the description so you will know that I got this Bad Bunny design. All right, cool. So I added it to the description. That should help you guys out. But think of it this way. According to Zillow, the average rent in Seattle's market is $22.45. What? How many of y'all paying $2,245 a month for rent? Is that high or is that low? Because if this is the average, that means that some people are paying way more than that. Because the average is kind of like, it's not always in the middle, but there's people paying more and there's people paying less than that. So I don't know if 2,200 is a lot for you, but it just seems like a lot for rent, especially when you think about like apartments. They generally aren't that big. Like I don't know what the average square foot on an apartment is, but I have a friend who has an apartment, and I want to say that his apartment is like 1,600 square feet, and it was probably one of the bigger apartments that I've been to. So, to be paying $2,200 a month for 1,600 square feet, probably, and then again, his apartment was one of the bigger ones I've been to. So I think most apartments that I've been to are probably close to like 1,000 square feet. So it just seems like a lot of money to be paying per month for 1,000 square feet. But I mean, you guys, if you're gonna let me know how much you guys are paying per month for rent, and just let me know like what state you're in, just so I can get an idea. So, Just Call Me Jay says $1,800 average in South California. $1,800 a month on average in SoCal. I think that's South California. So I think that's actually pretty good, because I thought California was way more expensive than that for rent. Let's see. The landlord enjoys nice long. What? Hold on. What? Hold on. I'm sorry. Anna Titan, Sierra Madre, Nevada says the landlord enjoys nice long vacations at least twice a year. Let's see. Sylvia Fashant says number 1 high, number 2 low, Northwest Washington. Okay. Daniel Alfonso says $1,500, $1,535 for a 2-bedroom apartment in Chicago. Okay. AEM Tramp says $1,200 in Texas. Okay. XCon says a 4-bedroom house, $1,800 in Eastern Washington. Mike Azriel in Philly. I don't rent, but it's about $1,500 to $3,000 a month. Jeez, they like knocking people's heads off with this rent. Goodness. Truth be told says my mortgage is $750 for a $1,200. Excuse me, my mortgage is $750 for a 1,200 square foot. Wait, the comments are coming in so fast. I'm trying to stop it. Scrolling up on me. My mortgage is $750 for a 1,200 square foot 3-bedroom ranch style house. If this house were to rent out though, it would be $1,200 to $1,400 per month. I live in northern Ohio where the cost of living is low. Okay. Good to know. Dawn Hawkins says $1,700 for 2-bedroom, 1-bath in North Carolina. All right, so I'm getting some ideas here. Thank you for sharing that information, you guys. Timothy Crutcher says $1,100 a month for a 1-bedroom in Tennessee. Jesus, they're just like coming for people's like heads. I wonder if they give any discounts for seniors. Like, I don't know if they still do that. I know like when I was growing up, it used to be like, oh, you walk into a restaurant and it's like if you're over like 55 years old, or I think it was like 55 back in the day. Maybe it's like 65 now, but it used to be like if you were older than a certain age, they would give you a discount on like your meal, or I don't know if they still do that, but it would be nice. And like maybe, I don't know if certain landlords or certain apartment complexes give discounts to seniors. Yeah. Anyway, so Maxwell. Okay, hold on. Let me look for Maxwell's comment. Maxwell Roseanne Heinzel says Central Valley, California, 1-bedroom apartment is $1,400 to $1,600. Shell gas station is $5.59 a gallon of gas. Wow, that is a lot more expensive for gas in California than we're paying here. That's Central Valley. I think how much was gas last time we went? Do you remember? It was 3 something. I don't remember exactly how much. And then that's if you get into cheap stuff, like the 87 octane. If you have a performance vehicle that requires like 93 octane, then you're going to get beat in the head for about like an extra $1 per gallon. It's ridiculous. And people driving EVs, they ain't saving no money either because they're running up their electric bill. And here's the funny thing about these electric cars. They're supposed to be better for the environment, but a lot of people don't realize what it takes to make an electric vehicle and the drain on the environment to make electric batteries. And another question is like, well, what happens to the batteries when they're done? Like when a battery is done, number one, they're very expensive to replace. But what happens to that battery when it's end of life? Can they rebuild that battery so it doesn't end up in a landfill? Because then that kind of because if an electric battery ends up in a landfill, how green is that? That ain't very green, is it? And then of course you got your electricity bill going up, and of course, so much demand on the electric grid that the more demand. Look at supply and demand. We saw this in the real estate market, in the housing market. We see it in the new and used car market. When there's way more demand than there's supply, then what happens? Prices go up, right? So the same. This is basic economics 101, right? So what happens when the demand for electricity goes up? And you guys see it in the summertime, right? That's why your electricity bill is so high. My mom never said this, but some of my friends' moms, they'd be like, my light bill. And just comment down below if you guys actually call it the light bill, because it's not really a light bill. They don't send you a bill for your lights. They send you an electricity bill. Be like, my light bill high. Well, it's kind of like your lights, but also it's like your electricity, things that power it's how your TV got power. It's how your microwave. They don't send you a separate bill for your microwave electricity consumption. They don't. I'm clowning people. Don't take any offense to what I'm saying. I'm just being funny. But seriously though, it's an electricity bill. So anyway, in the summertime when everybody's running their AC, like, trying to cool their house off when it's 100 degrees outside, the demand for electricity is much higher than it is in the wintertime. Because in the wintertime, you're usually running your heater, and that's more of a drain on your gas because most furnaces in homes are gas powered. So usually you'll see a spike in your gas bill for heating your home in the winter. and a decline in your electricity bill during that time. But in the summertime, you'll see like a really low gas bill because you're cooling your house, not using your heater, and you'll see your electricity bill go up. And, for those who don't know what the electricity bill, that's your light bill. No, I'm just playing. So anyway, supply and demand. So the demand goes up. And as we're all using electricity a lot more in the summertime, the rates for electricity are much higher. And I don't know how many of you guys know, but your electricity company will generally charge you a different rate depending upon the time of day. So the peak time is usually during the hottest hours of the day. So like that's usually between like 12 and like 6 p.m. So if you can like somehow cut down on your electricity consumption during those times, like if you could somehow like turn off your AC or like raise the temperature in your house during those peak times. If you have a basement, the basements are usually a little bit cooler. We were just talking about that earlier today, how if you spend more time in your basement during the summertime, then theoretically you should be able to save on your electricity bill because it's easier to cool the basement versus the top floor of your house. I don't know how many of you guys have like a two-story or, a two-story house or a house with an upstairs. The upstairs is usually going to be hotter and harder to cool in the summertime. So if you can stay in the lowest level of your house, usually you'll save some money from a cooling standpoint. Anyway, I got a little sidetracked, but my point is when you have all these people buying electric vehicles trying to save money. You guys remember back in like 2008 when gas prices hit $3-4 for the first time in like ever? Everyone and their mom back in 2008 was trying to buy Priuses. And these were the cars that, all the tree huggers were buying, and they weren't fast, but they were really good on gas. And then all of a sudden people were like looking to buy these Priuses, and like the price of a Prius went to like $50,000. And at the time, like before the gas prices went crazy, you could get a Prius for like $30,000. But when gas prices went bananas, everyone and their mom people were paying 50 grand to buy a used Prius. So it's like any money they would have saved by having a Prius was negated or wasted because they overpaid for an inflated Toyota Prius. So, but that's how it works. That's exactly how it works. And, the same thing is going to happen with these electric vehicles. All of these people, no one's really forced to buy an electric car now, but of course, California, they're banning the sale of new gas powered vehicles after a certain year. I think it's like 2035 or something like that. So you're kind of almost going to be forced to buy an electric car at some point. But what happens when all of these people buying electric vehicles, getting rid of their gas powered stoves and whatnot, start buying electric appliances? Well, the demand for electricity is going to go higher and higher and higher. It's going to be like the rates you're paying in the summer will be like the rates you'll pay all year round because there's going to be more people demanding more electricity. And again, going back to supply and demand, we saw with the housing market, all the houses, during the pandemic, they stopped construction because everybody either was sick or wasn't working. Everything was shut down. There were lockdowns, and construction had pretty much come to a halt from a real estate housing market standpoint, even commercial real estate. So that made the existing houses cost more because people were still buying houses. In fact, when they lower interest rates, the demand increased even more because more people had cheap money that they can borrow. So basic supply and demand economics 101 says that when all these people start buying up Lillian Anderson, I appreciate the thumbs up. Drop a like for the video if you guys are enjoying the conversation. I just like hanging out with you guys. I actually kind of couldn't sleep, so I just said, hey, I'm gonna just talk to y'all till I go to bed. And I'm starting to get tired, so thank you. And also, if you guys are having a good time and you like content like this, definitely subscribe to the channel. But where was I? Oh yeah. So yeah, with all these people buying electric cars and stuff, the demand for electricity is going to go up. So the cost per gallon, like if it were cars, the cost per gallon is going to be higher. So the cost per joule, or however, I forget the unit of measurement that they use for electricity, that's going to go up. So just know that, it's not going to get any cheaper. Bottom line, it's not going to get any cheaper. And, people buying these electric cars trying to save money, their electricity bills are already higher. They probably had to spend $5,000 or $10,000 just to even add the outlet and the plug wiring to their house to allow them to charge their car at home. So it's like all these extra costs that people are not even aware of. And if you've ever hired an electrician, those guys are not cheap. Anyway, so yeah. So let's look at this here. Social Security SSI is likely to see increase as lawmakers eye reforms. Yeah. So more increases. Okay. So under rules dating back to 1984, individuals cannot have more than $2,000 in assets at any time. The limit for couples is $3,000. And look at this. Oh, the measure dubbed the SSI Savings Penalty Elimination Act. This would increase those caps to $10,000 for individuals and $20,000 for married couples, while also tying the figures to inflation going forward. Now, what would be cool if they actually raise this for Social Security SSI savings amounts to 10 grand and $20,000. I think it would only be fair to make it retroactive because they should have done this years ago. Comment down below if you guys agree or disagree. Amanda's and Dakota's True Love. Hey man, I love your content from Kansas City, Missouri. Appreciate that. Appreciate you. But I think it would only be fair that people who receive these threatening letters from the Social Security Administration should be allowed to have if they actually pass this thing, this SSI Savings Penalty Elimination Act, make it retroactive so people who got these bills are not on the hook for these bills. Make it retroactive so it at a minimum reduces how much they have to pay back due to their, in my opinion, for what it sounds like it's their gross negligence of not keeping up with their own books. And if they're overpaying people, maybe this is why Social Security's funds are draining so quickly. I mean, they've already confirmed they're short by $21 billion. Let me be an accountant working for some company and be short by $21 billion and still have a job. Like, how does that even work out? You lost 21. That's like as bad as you lost an F-35 jet that costs $100 million. How you lose $100 million jet? You ain't got no like GPS on that, like low jack. Like there's like Toyota Corollas rolling around out here with low jack on them. And you can locate a Toyota Corolla out of millions of cars on the road. And it costs like 20 grand for a Toyota Corolla. But yet you got a $80 million F-35 fighter jet flying around with no kind of tracker on that mug. Like, word? That's kind of dumb. Anyway, Bernie Sanders. I swear, like Bernie Sanders probably got like $2,400 check tattoos on his arm or on his body somewhere because he's the only one I know promoting them things hard. He's going hard for Social Security community. Senator Bernie Sanders and Representative Peter DeFazio initiated this Social Security Expansion Act push. But of course, it remained dormant until they formally reintroduced it earlier this year. And so this time, this bill, the Social Security bill, gained some momentum with support from key lawmakers, including Senator Elizabeth Warren and Representative Jan Schakowsky. The proposed legislation aims to provide an extra $200 a month in Social Security checks to current recipients and those turning 62 years old in 2023. Translating to a substantial annual increase of $2,400 a year. Let's see if they make that happen. Anyway, guys, I'm about to get ready for bed. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Hope you guys enjoyed the conversation. Really quick, I did see a couple comments that I wanted to quickly respond to before I go. I agree, Ron. This is Amita Salahudin. Sorry if I butchered your name, which I probably did. I agree, Ron. It should be retroactive. I'm 75 years young. I like that. 75 years young. The state claimed they overpaid my daughter for teaching during the summer and will take over $1,100 a month from her paycheck. Yo, did you hear that? They're going to take over $1,100 a month from her paycheck. The state claimed they overpaid her daughter for teaching during the summer, and they're gonna take over $1,100. They're gonna take $1,100 per month. That's some people's rent payments. We just covered that. That's some people's rent payments. That should be illegal. And if I were you, if I were they overpaid your daughter. If I were your daughter, I would definitely have her reach out to Social Security and have a word with them. I would definitely dispute that. I would challenge it. I would seek legal aid. Generally speaking, if you're over a certain age or if your income is under a certain amount, there's legal aid available. I talked to somebody about that because most people can't. Can you? I mean, I don't know. Comment down below. Can you imagine getting $1,100 like garnished out of your check every single month for God knows how long? Most people who are even doing pretty well for themselves will feel $1,100 and probably can't afford that. So if she's receiving Social Security, she's on a fixed income, chances are she's not in a position to have that just yanked and deboed off of her check like that. That's not cool. Don't worry Crypto Trader says, don't worry, you will own nothing and be happy from the WEF leader said. Yeah, he did say that. I think his name is Klaus Schwab. They give the money to the Ukraine. Yes, they do. They getting all the checks written out to the Ukraine. Brother Zelensky out there getting his basement redone with some of that stimulus check money from Biden. He getting that granite countertop put in. Arlene Thomas, there is going to be another raise on SS in SSI. Okay. Hey Ron, keep doing your thing. You're an awesome brother. I appreciate that. Laser Optics, I see you. Love Buzz 1111 says he reminds me of a human Cotton Schwab. Jesus. All right, guys, I'm going to bed. I appreciate hanging out with y'all. Thank you for making me laugh. And I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. Bye.